everybody, it's a brand new video. Today I'm going to teach you how to put on fishing line. Now, most people think that's basic and I shouldn't do it. Some people out there want to start fishing and don't know how to put on a fishing line. And I understand. When I started fishing, I didn't know how to either. But anyway, you want to take your mono, or whatever you're using. I'm using 12-pound mono. Cheap crap. It was $1.74 at Walmart. Take it. Chill fun. Now I have my pole. I'll flip the bail just like this. Just flip it through. So you got it. You got it where it can casting mode. You want to take your line. Now what I do is I just set it down on the ground and it works great. But you guys can do whatever you want. The reason why I set it down on the ground is because you don't even have to have an extra hand to hold it. It's so nice. Because you just lay it down flat and it just goes and it's fine. And another thing, do not start out and tie the line. Go through the whole entire top. That way, when you're ready to put on a hook, it's already done for you. Plus, you don't even need an extra hand. It's just like reeling in a fish. And you have to do some other stuff. So if you have it there, you have to pull your line tight or else it'll mess up your bail or your reel. So just take the extra time and just put it right through all the eyelets. When you're done putting it through, you want to take your line, you want to tie it around the bail. I usually just do a double knot, it works out great. Not that hard to do. You're going to take your cutters. I have catfish clips. Another thing, don't cut your line that's coming out from it. It's supposed to be inside your reel. Cut off the tag end. Now, I just got lucky. If you tie the knot tight enough where it won't move and you reel, you already have it started. And so, some people don't even care and just let it fling. I'm one of those people, and then you just reel. You reel for a pretty good time.
Just reel for a while, let it sit, reel. Then you just reel some more. My line gets tangled. There's no buzzer. When your line gets tangled, it's a pain in the butt. Yep, tangled up again. So when it's tangled, it's a pain. Now you should reel fast.
Not in the engine oil, no. Okay, we're good. Now hold it right over your thing and that will happen. And just reel till most of the lines pretty far on there. Just real fast, because then you get done faster. Now you're probably wondering, why do you need a lot of line? That's because if you cut off a bunch of line, it's a plus. It's a plus because you already have, if you just put enough line on for a certain amount of feet, that's enough. Then you're gonna cut out some line for a knot, and it's just a pain. So, all you have to do, just get enough up there to fill up most of the reel. It's about all you need, really, if you have a big catfish rod like me. Now, little rod, just fill up most of the percentage, and you'll be good. So, when you squish it, if you feel that, just reel in some more. And now feel it. I can barely feel it now. That's what you want it to be. Now, you want to take your cutters. Pretty handy, except mine are super dull and I need to sharpen them. And then you want to grab your line. Put them right. I put mine in the center, but my center is super dull. See? But I had it squeezed down, just pull. Comes out, but these are very handy, except mine are super dull. Very handy though. Now a good percentage of my top of my 7-foot catfish rod is tangled. Now I'm going to show you guys all about my rod too. So, what kind of rod I have and I mostly use is a catfish rod. Because even if you have like a tiny little bluegill rod and you're like, man, I really want to hit some catfish here. And you're like, man, I wish I had one. Well, this rod's big enough to conquer catfish and bluegill. So, kind of a plus. Well, anyway, I got a big old reel here. I don't know what type of size my reel is because I'm not that big into fishing. Well, I'm pretty big, but crap. Go like that. Then it goes from complete black. Oh, this rod's called the Big Cat. You can buy it at Cabela's for $40. Then it has this neon green. Most people don't know why that's there, just color. No. This is specifically meant for catfish, but I use it for bluegill and bass too. The reason why it has that green there is because if you're out catfishing at night and you don't have catfish alarms, say, man, I just forgot all my catfish bells or catfish alarms at home, if you have a green tip, it helps you see it at night. So if your rod's bending like this, and you have a fish on, and you don't have bells, and you don't have the color, it's black, you won't be able to know you have a fish on, unless you get it like something to make the line go tighter, a line squeaker or something. I don't know. But if you have yellow, it should help you out just a bit to be able to see your rod if it's bending the tip of it. Helps out quite a bit. I've only been catfishing once. Now, a bunch of people ask me, or a bunch of my friends anyway, they ask me, have you ever been out late night catfishing? And my answer is yes. And they're like, man, what kind of pole do you use? And I'm like, it's funny. I'll have to show you guys my pole. It's right over here. Now, I'll show you guys my rod that I caught my 7-pound channel cat with. Now, the lure on here is not the exact, but it's the same type of lure that I caught my catfish on. Now, you are correct if you said baby rod. Caught this thing on a toddler's rod with that lure. It's a little sunfish lure, tiny. Caught a 7-pounder on there. It's my biggest catfish. It felt like a Goliath grouper on, except it wasn't almost pulling me into the water. My rod tip was, I had my drag set up to the max, complete max. Now, if you're wondering, why in the heck were you fishing with a baby's rod when you just said that you fish with a catfish rod all the time? We were doing the toy rod fishing challenge, me and my friend. We're like, we're going to see who can catch the biggest fish. He's caught 2 catfish before. I haven't caught any. I probably caught a baby when I was young, but I don't really count that. Mine was still pretty small. 7 pounds. Biggest catfish in my grandfather did have a pond. He had like 20-pound channel. I had this reel set up to max drag, and it was pulling out line like crazy. So look how thin that line, thick that is. It's tiny. I hooked into the giant. It was actually my last cast. My friend was like, "Oh, we gotta go, so we can see if you can do something." I don't remember what we were doing, and I was like, "Okay, let me finish my cast." Through my last cast, reeling in slow, feeling some bites, and I'm like, "Hey man, I'm getting some bites." All of a sudden, he's just like, "Whoa." And I didn't even know that a catfish was on until he said, "Hey man, your rod's bending." I could feel something biting. I thought it was just still biting. And he's like, "Man, you got a fish on." And I'm like, I look back at my rod and it's far down. And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." And I reel it in. He's like, "You probably have a bass on there." Turns out to be a channel cat. Yeah, same. So that's a great story. First catfish. I'll probably post some stories about that. So, well, anyway, if you like this video, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and always comment down below what you want me to do. On the weekends, we have gaming videos. Unless it's summertime, we do something other, so it's freedom. During the week, We have fishing videos. Stay in this channel. Always make sure to like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.